know, I don't want to mention the W word, but I don't know how far finance goes for that.
What's the W word?
Oh, a will?
Oh.
Do you have a will, Glendora?
No, welfare.
Welfare.
I'm
There's
sorry.
plenty of people that are on welfare that get everything for free.
You got
Yeah, but she makes too much money.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't know what
Yeah.
finance is.
Oh,
And
right.
so
No.
if nobody knows, you
No.
know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying.
My,
Well,
my,
she has a social security payment.
yeah, my
And-
income
and
is
right-
It's
and
her
right.
only
Franklin's.
income.
No, Franklin's pension too.
Yes,
my income
she-
is $2,600 a month.
right,
with the pension.
Yes.
She is $2,600 a month between the two.
right.
So there's got to be a poverty line and disability. You know,
Yeah.
there's got to be all that stuff going on. And
Right.
somebody of some great knowledge could sit with you guys and say, look, this is where we classify. This is what we can do, and you classify for this, and then you would reach out to that program and grab a worker, a social worker, and say, okay, this guy told us we qualified for here. We want to talk to you. How's all this work?
Did you check the visiting nurses, any of those? Like, I think they, I was checking for my mom last year. I thought they were like $15 an hour.
Oh.
And the minimums, you know, they had minimums and maximums.
Yes, yeah.
I
That's
would
an
check
idea.
it to visiting nurses, to traveling eddies, and just get some prices. Again, you need it from like just, what, 8 to 8, 8 to 7, you know, something like that. And if she doesn't have too many bills, which I don't know how many she has, but if she might be able to afford that per month without a problem. We'll just have to see.
Okay, so do you want us to report back to you at any particular time, or?
I would say gather, you know, like within at least a month, I think we'd like to maybe touch base. You guys,
Okay.
you got a lot of calls and stuff, it's gonna take you a minute. Get
Right.
people down here, maybe they gotta do interviews and look, you know.
Right.
So I would say, you know, do your homework and, yeah, why don't we talk in about a month, if not sooner. If you have sooner, then we'll go sooner.
I appreciate your concern.
Well, like you said, we've had her here for 4 or 5 years. She's an awesome woman.
I know.
We don't want anything to happen to her.
Right.
I mean, we truly don't.
Say that louder.
We don't want anything to happen to you.
No, the awesome
And we are
woman part.
sincere. We're sincere about it.
Sue knows it. I mean, it's just, you know, we have
I've known the
parents
Otterbecks 30 years,
about that.
probably.
And we have grandparents and parents, and it's just, I get that at home, peace of mind, and this is where I want, but you want it to be a good peace of mind and a good time. You don't want it to be in the middle of a hecticness of cats and dogs, mass confusion going on and trampling an elephant. You know, you want it to be quiet. Let's do it at night and adios. You don't want it to be craziness and, you know, if Timmy upstairs is playing with matches and sets the curtains on fire and the light alert doesn't go on and they didn't know she was here, you know, I'm not saying, we're not just saying it could be anybody in the building.
Be
Right,
anything.
right.
You know, there's 8 people in here?
Well, you don't want to confuse supposition with facts, folks.
Well,
I
on the
like what
website,
ifs.
Glenn, there's a lot of what ifs, that's
A lot of
right.
what ifs.
Yeah, and you don't know.
All right, well,
All right,
sounds
we'll
like we
get
have
to
our work cut out for us.
Okay, and Joyce, what's your last name?
BAUM, B-A-U-M.
I want the last word, so let me know before you leave.
518-794.
What would that be? Good night?
7321.
I wish to,
Well, a good night.
I wish to thank the Otterbecks for in their very, very busy schedule. They have 40 apartments and they're running a building business. I wish that they be thanked and be appreciated for taking the time that they did. And I'm particularly grateful to each one of you sweet friends to leave your business and your routine to come and stand up for a little 92-year-old.
Here, here.
That's all.
Okay.
You can stand up on your own, Glendora. You're a good girl.
Okay, we got our
Okay.
homework.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
since I'm not gonna contact visiting, or,
At
a place for
Mom's
mom,
place, yeah.
is there something else that you want me to do? Cause I'm not going away with an assignment.
Yeah.
I think the best place to start is, like you said, with the Office of the Blind or whatever that agency is, and see where that leads us, and I will contact Medicare and Medicaid and see if there's any attachment to disability that would make any difference.
And
And
you'll
I think that's a
call
way to start.
Rensselaer, so you
And I,
got three.
yeah,
Does somebody wanna head up this group?
no.
I don't live
Yeah.
here, so.
You seem to be the spokesperson.
Yeah, you're in charge,
Sandy.
Sandy,
How do you
sorry.
feel? How do you feel about it?
I mean, do you wanna, have you got the?
We don't even have each other's contact information, which probably,
And so
Well,
that's-
I do have yours.
Not to interrupt you, but that's the hard part about
Yeah.
volunteerism. It's great, but commitment's the toughest part of it.
Right, well, I think you're looking at a group of long-term
That's
volunteers.
right,
The only
we've
thing
been
that
helping
threw us
Lenny for
off
10 years.
was COVID-19.
That's
No,
right.
So,
understandable.
because of
Yeah, that's what
COVID-19,
ruined
we
mine.
tried to limit the number of volunteers
That's right.
coming into Glendora's apartment. The idea that we're all in this room together is making me insane.
Me
You
too.
got a good
because
point.
We
Yeah.
shouldn't be. Abby, you should keep your mask on while you're in a
Oh,
room with this
yeah.
many people, honey. Put your
Yeah.
mask back on.
It's terrible, I know.
So,
I know.
but Pat's been at it for what, 6 years? Maddie, myself, Sue.
yeah.
Esther just joined us this year, but she's been very reliable. There have been people that come and go, but there's been a core group of people that have been, friends with Glendora and
And you know,
and
everybody's already here.
returning kindness that she gave to each of us when she was strong and out in the community.
Yeah,
you
Tracy
know-
Clegg isn't here, Donna Ortiz
Right.
isn't here. There's more
Oh,
people.
no, I imagine there is. It's just, it's that time of
Yeah,
life that it's gotta go up from an 8 to a 9 and just step it up a
Right.
touch.
all right.
So I mean, I don't feel that I'm at school until 5 o'clock. I don't have time during the day to call places like the Association for
Right.
the Blind or
I do.
to track down Social
I've
Security.
already called them, I have a contact.
Yeah,
with them.
so
Good.
I'm not going to make phone calls or investigate that. I'm going to make my meals and bring them to Glendora and do the light housekeeping, or shopping, whatever she needs. That's all I can do. I don't mind coming whenever there's a meeting and,
Yeah, it's called a care manager. I spoke to a lady, she gets $100 an hour,
Wow.
but she does it all. So either case manager, care manager, so none of us have to do it. Hopefully,
right.
Rensselaer person
And
will
that-
Yeah.
do
So
it.
far, Glendora has been her own care manager.
Yeah.
She is the one who has
But we'll
recruited
get
each of us.
somebody that will do it.
Right. So,
So that
Don't interrupt
goes-
her, she's saying something nice about me.
What?
She said, don't interrupt her, she's talking nice about
I think we're trying to get to who, no,
Right.
you three women are gonna make phone calls, is that right, or you've already done it?
I'm not going to make any
I don't
phone
need to be
calls.
pointing.
I can't make any phone calls
No, I know.
until after 5, and none
Yeah.
of these
Right.
businesses would
Right.
be open.
No, she has the good stuff, and you
Yeah.
have
I
already
think
spoken.
we're gonna go.
All right.
You
Well,
guys-
I have guys have an interview.
Okay.
Bye.
You're
Bye-bye.
leaving my information on the
Okay.
counter
Thank
if
you.
anybody wants to
Thank
shut
you.
it down, okay?
All right.
Glendora's good seeing you.
You
Oh,
take care.
thank you, dear, but take care, and I wish you all the best.
All right,
Don't
take
forget to
care.
shovel the driveway when it snows.
She's done that plenty of times.
Good night.
Good night, Tracy.
Bye.
So
So,
my
yeah.
suggestion is we start with Rensselaer first.
Yes. Yeah, because
And
that is
they
counted.
probably know about the blind.
So I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss off Glendora, but I'm gonna say it anyhow. If Glendora would have her eyes checked and find out whether
Yes.
she has cataracts or not, and
There
it could
you
be
go.
fixed, she wouldn't be blind anymore, and this would be a moot point.
Those were my words to you, Glendora, less than 3 days ago,
And I
remember?
understand that there's the no doctor, no medicine, but God also made doctors
That's
to
right.
help you when you needed it. And I
That's
think
right.
that that's something you should really think about, Glendora, because I think you have cataracts. And if
I
I'm
do
wrong,
too.
I'm wrong. But if I'm right, you could fix your eyes.
Exactly.
Just something to think about.
You don't have to know this minute.
Yeah, you have to make a decision in 2 seconds. So, that's what I have to say about it for now.
Well, what did you think of our conference, folks?
I thought it was very helpful.
I was very glad that you were here to speak on behalf of people aging in their
Well,
homes.
that's where
Yeah,
I'm at.
yeah, right. No, well,
You know, they just extended the, just so we all have an understanding too, Joyce just told me they just extended the, you cannot evict until
eviction.
January It was running out in October, but it has been extended to January, so.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Just
though
wanted
for
to-
if you can't pay your rent because of COVID?
Nobody can be evicted.
Okay.
You can't
But-
leave them
But,
out.
but
don't even
they
have to
said
say-
loud and clear, they don't want to evict her.
No,
They want
Just
24/7 coverage.
put it out there in the
It's
atmosphere.
period.
Right.
The rent is paid through the end of the year, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yes, it's not due again until January 1st.
really?
Glendora, you were going to talk to someone at the East Greenbush Methodist Church that had a program for homeless people, right?
Say that again, Sandy?
You mentioned that the East Greenbush Church and the Methodist Church in East Greenbush had some sort of program for homeless women?
It was, the Lutheran Church had a homeless mothers.
Homeless mothers.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, woman's shelter.
right.
Right. So did you ever call them to see if there's anyone who wanted to have you for a roommate?
Yes, I'm trying to get to that.
Well, they
They're
have children
mothers,
too.
though. I was
You
just
mean
gonna
to come
say,
here?
To live here, someone to live here,
With
like
their
Gregory
children?
lived here and help, yeah, maybe with a child. Maybe not like 5 children, but maybe a child.
I mean, there is a bedroom.
I have beds, if you need beds. I
Also,
have
what
beds.
about the resource center? They may have somebody who needs a place to sleep at night.
Well, you know, Glennie, for something that intimate, you would want it to be somebody that, you know,
Yeah,
that,
You have a
Like a-
relationship with, that
well-
you can trust.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Greg worked
Like
for
they're
you,
bonded.
so
Yeah.
you knew him that way. You know what I mean? Wouldn't it be nice if you had somebody that
Well, she didn't,
needed a place
Yeah.
to stay, that needed a job too, and so part of the day they worked and then spent the night? Wouldn't that be lovely?
that'd be great,
Yeah.
Yeah, my mother used to help people like that.
yeah. That would be good. It'd be good for you and it'd be good for that person. So. Well, I'm glad, Glendora, that you've agreed to meet with people from the Association for the Blind.
Yeah.
And would you agree to have a doctor look at your eyes if that's just to verify that you are in fact blind?
Yes, but that's so silly.
It
It's
is so
pretty-
silly. We all know it's silly, but
And it's a racket, you know, but I
Well-
will, okay, I will think about it, dear.
because I think it is silly, I agree with you, but it's also silly to not do it if it's what you need to do to get the help.
Exactly.
And what if they said it was a problem that was easily fixed?
Right.
What did you think of the Autobecks?
Like your nephew told me, Glendora,
They're kinda
that his
deflecting.
father had the surgery that removed the cataracts and he could see again, and he had that when he was in his 80s. I forget which of your nephews told me that. I think it was Scott.
What did you think of the Autobecks?
They seem very nice.
That's their name, Otterbeck.
You know, they're concerned.
Quarterback.
They're concerned that you be safe. They didn't seem that impressed with our schedule.
I think they have a
They
concern
were
for
not
the
impressed with your
entire building.
schedule.
I don't
Well,
think
it's
so.
true, there've been people in here, you know, Amanda and, was it your daughter or your daughter?
My daughter was here for a while.
Yeah, and, you know,
She's
people come
probably
and
coming
go.
back.
You know, this idea of them pumping in at 2 in the afternoon and nobody being here, and that negates the whole thing, that's kinda, that, I mean, I understand their concerns, but boy, they're being pretty heavy-handed
yeah,
about
they
it.
are,
At least that's the way I saw it.
yeah.
I don't know that they can actually insist on that.
No, I think it's also time to see what the legal rights are.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if there are kids in the building, something.
Did they mention forced exit? Did they mention that?
Well, they didn't say forced,
No,
but they want us to come up with a plan.
they've given us
Well-
time to try to work out
Now
some
that we're alone
in-home
too,
care.
the last incident with the camera,
Yeah.
and, you know, I was here, Glendora, but Tracy was here, so I didn't come in to add to the mix. But the EMTs had to come in with a chair to get you out of here. So no railing is gonna get you out of here. They had to come in with a chair.
What?
The last incident when the camera exploded,
Oh, they brought a wheelchair in, is that
It
what you
wasn't a
said?
wheelchair, it was a different sort of chair,
Oh,
but
like
they
a
couldn't
fireman
get her
carry chair?
out.
Because she wouldn't go.
Because she didn't want to go,
Right.
not because she couldn't go,
Right.
because she
Oh, I
didn't want to
didn't think
Oh,
go.
no, she was being stubborn.
Right?
No, I said, I don't wanna go, I wanna stay here.
Well, why was that, Glendora? Because there was toxic fumes in the air.
I love my home.
Well, where did you think they were gonna take you? They were trying to get you outside,
I
that's all.
Just for some
I
fresh air.
still-
So you were a little confused about why they were trying to take you somewhere?
No, I was not confused.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go with the speculation.
So then tell me.
Let's stick to the facts. Let's keep the record straight.
So, okay, so
what was
Glendora,
it?
most of us, if the room was full of smoke, we would want to be outside in the fresh air. So we're wondering why you refused to go when so many people were telling you that you needed to get outside in the fresh air.
I want to stay in my home and there was nothing wrong with my home.
Were you concerned that if you went outside, that you wouldn't be allowed to come back in?
I love my home and I wanted to stay in my home.
You didn't answer the question, Miss Glendora.
That answers the question, why does the horse go back into the barn?
Let's see here.
Is there anything wrong with loving my home and not wanting to
No.
leave?
No,
No,
there's
but
toxic
we all
fumes
love our
in it.
homes, but if
it's on
something's
fire,
burning
You have to get out.
and we, you know, if I burnt the toast and the kitchen is full of smoke, I go outside for a
Wait
while.
a second, here we go again with the speculation, it was not full of soap.
Okay, but everybody else says that it was.
Toxic-
Everybody who
toxic
was
fumes.
There
here.
we are,
saw it.
just as Julie Otterbeck said that the apartment was full, it was not. There was nothing wrong with the, I'm so sorry that I called the fire department.
Well, Tracy Clegg was here and she said the fumes were awful.
I was here too, and
Yeah.
I'm telling you that they were not. And I was perfectly happy and content and safe in my home.
Well, you know something, Glennie, I appreciate that, I do. But sometimes you gotta bend, or people think
Yeah,
you're
It's time to compromise, it's just.
you're not thinking clearly, you know? You don't want that to happen.
Speculation.
No, I'm saying people could think that way, and that's the last thing you
Let them
want to
think
happen.
that way. I was here, there was no need to leave my apartment. I cooperated with them and did leave, but there was no need to leave it. There was just a very little smoke and a very little odor. And 1 minute after I called the fire department, I called them back and said, don't come, abort it. There's nothing wrong.
Well, they
You're not-
can't do that.
You're not
They
allowed
have to,
one.
they have to check.
Yeah.
Like even this life alert, like even if you made a mistake, they
Yeah,
should
they
be
still-
sending someone.
Right.
Like they shouldn't rely on your word. Because as long as it's pressed,
There's an emergency.
There
there's
was
an
no-
emergency. Even
okay.
if it's a mistake, they have to come and verify that
That's
it's
right.
a mistake.
Okay, I was here, okay, I was nothing wrong with it. I could have stayed in my apartment.
Well, I don't think it helped your case, though, unfortunately.
And I have to go.
Yeah, we all have
Yeah,
to
we all
go,
have to
and
go.
Glendora
Going around in
probably wants to
circles.
go to bed.
Well, oh, you all were so great and so wonderful, and we had such a good time, didn't we?
I don't know if I go that far.
And I just want you to know how deeply I appreciate it, and I'm sure the Lord and the world appreciates your sacrifice for coming out this evening.
No sacrifice, Glennie. Oh, my goodness me, oh my, oh.
I'm just gonna,
Do you hear me?
Okay.
We hear
did.
you.
Thank you, Glenn.
Yeah,
All right.
thanks. And I have some things to put back where they belong.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
I think I have your contact information too, but I'll write, let me take it again, just to be on the safe side. I did have it.
with me. What grade are you in?
Yeah,
That a girl, Abby, that a girl.
What
It
school
was
do you go to?
extreme depression.
Red Mill? That's a nice
excuse me,
school.
Maddie, I'm just
They have
trying to
great-
get to
oh, sorry,
those
sorry,
markers,
sorry.
that's okay.
Yeah, stay away from everybody.
He did test positive for strams.
Yeah, like that?
Okay.
Oh, I know.
So if you put it on here, these are the times that we're
Recovered
still
so
looking for
well
someone.
from the depression
Okay.
and he was so positive. What's not gonna put him on the. It
How's
was a
school
real
going, Sandy?
It's good, it's fun.
Are you doing a couple days a
A lot
week
of
or
antibiotics.
No, I
at
work
one
5
time.
days a week.
The
at
Yeah.
doctor said
home
not.
or you're going
No,
in?
I go to school, yeah, no, I go to school.
Students come in every day?
Yes, they come every day.
Really?
And we're outside a lot. They brought camp chairs, folding chairs, so the first thing they do, they come in, they wash their hands, I have a sink in the classroom. Then they go and set up their camp chair, then they get their books to read, their math problems to solve, as much as they can do outside, sitting in a camp chair, they do. But I now have 2 classrooms, I have my classroom and the library and the grass.
2 days a week.
So we can like spread out, the windows are open all the time.
Winter is a-coming though, what are they gonna do then?
Wear like a down sleeping bag and sit outside with their camp chairs. So I don't know, we'll see.
And then
And nobody's, no problems, no
for a
illness?
while.
There were a couple kids that either went home or started late. So if they go home for a cold or something, they either have to get a COVID test or stay home for 2
But
weeks.
nobody has tested positive?
Nobody's tested positive.
Living essentially, but
So,
What's your number, just so I have it?
it's, this is my cell phone, 518-894-7338.
You ready for bed, Glenny?
Sure.
All
Did you have
right.
dinner?
And can you give me yours? Where's that?
Shepherd's pie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, put it on
Yummy,
here.
yum. You look very nice. I like your green bag.
Thank you, Esther.
Yes.
Good.
How are you picking out
Thanks for
your clothes?
coming.
How are you picking out your clothes?
senior housing.
At least they see that she has people.
Oh, okay.
that-
It's your ear.
I got you.
Yeah.
Who's here early enough to pick out your outfit though?
Cause I,
No, I pick it up for the week.
Oh, okay, right, okay, gotcha,
All
yes.
right, good.
Gotcha, yeah.
We're saying caseworkers.
What's your phone number, Mike?
Oh, go ahead and write it. It's 845-464-6642.
Yeah.
How long did they give us?
A month.
A month.
You wanna have a progress report in a month?
Would that be October 29?
Yes.
Is that gonna be, can't they give us until Halloween?
Yes.
so you can just set it on the table for me.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
I'm going down back to you.
Yeah.
Just-
All right.
Yeah, I've got all.
Oh, yeah, we have
Mike and
Yeah.
Dora.
Yes.
Nice, Sue, thanks for coming.
All right.
Give my love to Pete.
I will.
Backdoor closed.
All right, we'll wait till Esther's done.
That's good.
Thank you. Because we're all okay, and that's where that chair goes.
This is,
All right, thank you.
yeah, you gotta go to bed.
I just realized she was not wearing a mask.
A woman in the
Is that woman crazy?
Northeast
Was she wearing a mask?
Oh, Julie? Yeah, they were wearing, they
I
were.
didn't
Yeah, she
notice.
did.
I don't know why I didn't notice that.
Thank you for my drawing, it's beautiful. Look what she gave me.
All right, look at that.
All right, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care, so.
Thank you for coming, honey. Thank you for coming.
Trying to stay away from people.
518.
Trying to stay away,
Okay.
huh?
956.
I'm taking this.
So let me ask
All right,
you
we'll leave, let's put the schedule into one of your think folders.
Yeah, it's.
That would be think folder
I
3.
don't like to see that, you have to.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Joyce,
So
are
do
you
you
okay?
leave a schedule out where everybody can see what's going on?
I could, should I tape it to the fridge, Glendora?
That's not necessary.
Sure,
Huh?
sure.
Okay, and then we know which days you still need somebody.
Okey-doke.
All right.
You know, the idea that we're gonna be able to have.
All right, sorry.
Hours a day is ridiculous.
Okay, so Miss Glendora,
Yes, Miss Esther.
I have to run.
Yes, I know, dear. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'll see you Friday.
Yes.
Good.
Abby,
Oh, he's.
bye, Abby. E-N-T-H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O-P.
ABCs.
Next time,
Yay!
I'll see you tomorrow, Glendora.
Oh,
Pat.
Oh,
And I'm getting
All right, drive safe,
Grace
Esther. Bye-bye.
soap and And did you still want an apple and banana or
Now,
not?
somehow-
Okay, that's what I thought, that's what I wrote down.
Yeah.
So, I'll see you
Pat, where did you put that popcorn?
Can
You get some more of that popcorn?
You want me to buy some more?
That kind, but no other kind.
Okay, yes, I'll see if they still have it.
No other kind, Pat.
The caramel, it
Yeah.
looks like the Cracker Jack.
Pat, thank you.
You're welcome.
All
Good
right.
night.
So say hi to your hubby.
I will, Joyce.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
Let me just
All right,
leave it here,
Glennie,
Glendora.
what is this,
This is Sandy, I'm just putting furniture away. That one I think goes at the black table.
Which was a big step
Doing what?
Right here. It was,
Lenny, you keep a chair at the black table?
for our member hours.
yeah, I don't see any other places for it.
Okay.
So,
And,
Glendora,
What now?
you keep a chair at your black table?
So
Well, black, yes, at
Okay.
the black table there was a chair.
Okay, not a
I
problem.
have to put the bed tables back.
he's so social, talk to everybody, which is really.
Sorry, we were late, I could have sworn at 7:30.
Very good, so thank you.
nice to see you. Can I do anything?
Hi, Pat, Joyce
I don't
said,
think so, Joyce, I'm just trying to put
Hey,
things
Pat.
back where they belong.
it'd be nice if we knew something
Joyce,
about
thank you so much, Joyce.
You're welcome.
I don't know if they're doing that, but
I don't either, no, that's like, yeah, that's true. It's almost like, yeah. Depends on
All
the
right,
people that own the
Glendora, I
apartment,
think
you know, if they would be.
Everything is back where it ought to be. Do you want to, do you want me to wait while you wash up and get into bed?
From about 11:30 to
Yep.
5.
Okay,
After everybody leaves.
okay.
So it's just a little bit of time in the morning. Monday, she's.
All right, Glennie, we're gonna take off.
12.
Madeline, thank you for bringing Joyce.
You're welcome. Can't get rid of her, she follows me around like a puppy. No, just kidding.
Esther is someone from the church at 7.
You ready to go to bed, Glenn?
And.
Sure.
Okay. You need help or you okay?
Sandy's gonna help me.
You staying, Sandy?
I am,
Okay.
Thursday's a big, yeah.
I'm gonna just
All right, well, we'll
long
get
enough
out
for
of here
Glendora
so
to get
that,
into bed.
So that we can let you do what you need to do.
Here's your hat, what's your hurry?
Yeah, here's your hat, what's your...